I'm waiting for students to join. Meanwhile, all the students who have joined, see, it is quite a gap that we have met for our theory sessions. Okay, due to your Vodafone program and all, we are missing our session on Saturdays from past 2 Saturdays. And one Friday session was missed due to the public holiday on 2nd October. Okay, so previous to that, what we have done, okay, that is what we are going to revise first. Okay, this is our today's topic, delete node in singly linked list. Okay, but previously we are going to revise that exactly what we have seen. Okay, on if I'm not wrong, 25th of September. Is it? Yes, it is 25th. Yeah, that was the last time we met for a 2-hour session. Okay, so in that session we had started with your singly linked list. Okay, with your cases, insertion cases. We have seen one program also for your counting and searching algorithm. Okay, and we had started with inserting the node in singly linked list with 4 cases. If you can recall, we had created and worked on this Excel. And at the very end, I told you guys to have a reference of this Excel with you people. If you can just recall, this was the Excel that we have worked on to insert node at various positions. Okay. So what were those algorithms? Case 1 was new node to be inserted at the beginning. Then case 2 was new node inserted at the end. Okay, this is all just revision. Okay, I'm not starting anything new. This is all the revision that we have seen in our last session. Okay, so case number 3, new node inserted after the given node, and case 4, new node inserted before the given node. Okay, and we had discussed it with the help of this diagram here in our Excel, where we were, entering nodes before the specified value. So we had entered this one. We have also seen the case after the specified value insertion. Okay, so this was what the node was. Okay, we have seen insertion at the beginning and we have seen insertion at the end. Okay, so far we have discussed these algorithms one by one. Okay, and I had compared those algorithms with you. Okay, we have seen how the insertion is happening at the beginning. That is the algorithm that we have discussed so far. Okay, so 4 algorithms. I'm not going with them again. All right, we are going to start with delete node in singly linked list now. Okay, so far we have seen how to enter your nodes, various nodes at various positions. Now we are going to see how to delete those nodes. Okay, so the case number 1 is delete the node from the beginning of the list. Okay, so here, see, in this delete case, you have to keep in mind that there is a singly linked list existing. Okay, so you have to check for that also, that is your singly linked list existing or not before going for delete operation. Do not forget this. Okay, for insertion you were checking that is there a space in your singly linked list, right? For delete you need to check that there is a singly linked list present for each and every case. Okay, so case 1 is delete node from the beginning of the list. Case number 2. Case number 2 is delete node from the end of the list. Okay, and case number 3 is the node after the given node is deleted. That means you are going to specify a node after which you want to delete the node. Okay, suppose in our example here, if I say that it is 200 after which I want to delete the node, then my target node will be this. Okay, This is going to be my target node. Fine. So let's see those cases one by one. First of all, case number 1. Just give me a minute, please. Okay. Okay, so the algorithm here is what? If start is equals to null, what is your start? What is your start, students? Correct. The head pointer. Okay, we are talking about a singly linked list. The very first pointer, okay, who is pointing to your first node is your head pointer. The last node in your singly linked list is having null value. So you will determine that it is your last node. Okay, in between, all those nodes will be connected with each other with the pointer values. Fine. So if your head pointer is pointing towards null, that means there is no linked list existing. Okay, so you are going to write a printf statement that no singly linked list present. Fine. But if that is not the case, okay, then you are going to take one temporary pointer called ptr. Okay, I have mentioned it as ptr. Ptr equal to start. Okay, you are going to set your start to start of next. Now see what is happening. Keeping this as your reference, okay, in this Excel sheet, what we are discussing is to delete the node at the beginning. Okay. Now see, this head pointer is pointing here at 500. Okay. Now what I need to do, I have checked that head is not equal to null. Okay. So that means there is a singly linked list present. Fine. Then what I need to do, set ptr equal to start. So what I'm going to do here is, along with head, I'm going to have one more pointer called ptr. Okay, so now these both pointers are pointing at 500, right? Now what I have to do, I have to move this head pointer. Why? Because I want this to be deleted, this memory to be freed up. Okay, we are concerned with dynamic memory allocation. We are using malloc to allocate the memory. So here we are going to use your free function of your DMA to free up this memory. Okay, this means this 500 memory which is pointed by this memory address 500. All right. So now what we are going to do, we are going to move our head. Where? To head of next. What is the value at head of next? 4000. So where your head is going to point at? Your head is no more going to be pointing at 500 now, but it is going to point at here. Okay. So here I am going to write head, and what is the value? 4000. Fine. I am removing this. So right now my head is here. Now what I have to do? Free ptr. Where is ptr pointing at? At 500. So in your free function, you are going to give this value. Okay, free ptr. Where is ptr pointing at? At 500. So this space, okay, at 500 will be freed up. And see, you are remained with this singly linked list. Okay, where head is pointing here now. Okay, head pointer is at 4000. It is pointing to 4510. Again, that whole singly linked list chain is there, and last node value is pointed by null. Okay, so you deleted a node from the beginning. Clear? Yes or no? Any doubt anywhere? Any student? See, it can be either no, it can be either yes. And this is the easiest delete algorithm. So again I'm asking, any doubt, anyone? Students, this topic is going to be in your unit test, okay, whose announcement I'm going to do at the end of this session. So if you are having any doubts, please do tell me right now. There is a unit test scheduled this week. What is the syllabus? How we are going to conduct? When it is, every information I'm going to give by the end of this lecture. And these topics are going to be there in your unit tests. And that unit test is your internal 20 marks, just to remind you. And there is no retest for those unit tests. Only 2 tests going to be there, out of which one is to be conducted by the end of this week. So please be attentive. If you have any doubts anywhere, just talk me and I'll tell you. Okay. Now we can move to the next algorithm. Delete node from the end of the list. Okay. Now see, when I say that I want to delete the node from the end of my list, so obviously I have to traverse till the end. Okay, because if I have a look at this particular structure here of my linked list, I need to reach this node first, because this is my target node to be eliminated, right? So my first aim is what? I need to reach till here. Second thing what I need to do is, if you observe and if you are keeping in mind the property of your singly linked list, the last node of your singly linked list should point to a null value, right? So if I am deleting this highlighted node, then obviously this last second node, which is then going to be my last node, should have value as x and not 200. So what I need to note down is, along with deleting this particular node, I have to make the value of this node to null to satisfy my property of singly linked list. Okay. So what we are going to do, first of all, again we are going to check if your head pointer is equal to null. If it is equal to null, then you are going to write printf singly linked list empty. Okay. If it is not, then again you are going to take a temporary pointer PTR. Okay. Here you have taken this PTR. Again you are going to make it point to wherever your head is pointing at. Okay. So here is my head. So again equal to PTR. So my PTR is right now at 4000 along with my head. Now what I need to do, I need to traverse it. With the help of what? With the help of a while loop having condition PTR of next is not equal to null. That means the pointer value of my node should not be equal to null. If that condition is true, then I need to move my PTR forward. Okay. Now see, along with PTR, I told you that I also need to update this value also. Sorry, not this value 200 also. So I would like to take one more pointer that is called pre-PTR. Okay. Now again, if you remember in our singly linked list, we had two pointers, PTR and pre-PTR, where the position of pre-PTR was one node behind the PTR. Okay. So let's say, have a look here. We are moving our PTR, okay? PTR of next. So that means here, PTR is right now pointing at 4000. So PTR of next, what is that value? 4510. Is it equal to null? No. So what I need to do? I need to set pre-PTR to the position of PTR, okay? So here is my pre-PTR. I'm just writing pre here, okay? What I need to do with my PTR now, I need to move my PTR wherever the next value of PTR is pointing at. So what is PTR of next? 4510. 4510 is here. So I need to move my PTR, okay, from here, okay, to here. I'm going to write it here, my PTR. Okay, now my PTR is here. Again, what is the value of PTR next? 5000. 5000 not equal to null. What I need to do? Move my pre-PTR. Okay, so this pre-PTR now has position here, and this PTR now has position here. Okay, why? Because I need to move my PTR to PTR next. Value of PTR next was 5000, so that's why my PTR is here. Again, we'll run this cycle again. Again, the value of PTR next is what? 4500, right? So move. So what we are going to do? Pre-PTR here, PTR at this node. Again, PTR of next is 2000. Again, we are going to move. Okay, so once you reach here, okay, once you reach here, PTR, the position of PTR will be here and position of pre-PTR will be here. Okay, now see, now in this iteration, PTR of next, it is null value, right? So null not equal to null will be false. So these step 4 and 5 won't be executed. We are coming to the end of the loop. Now what we have to do? We have to set this pre-PTR next to null. I told you that this is the target node to be deleted, and we need to satisfy the property of our singly linked list also. And what does it says? The last node in my singly linked list will have null value pointer. Okay, so this we are updating from 200 to X. Okay, and what we are doing with this particular part, we are going to free it up. Okay, I'll just place it here. Fine. So see, wherever the PTR was pointing at, I freed that up. Okay, now if you can see the singly linked list, again you can check. See, the head pointer is pointing towards 4000, which is my first node. Okay, this is my singly linked list, and the last node is having null value. Okay. Any doubt anywhere, anybody? This is your case for delete node from the end of the list. Okay, I hope it is clear to each and every one of you. Now we come to the case where we have to delete after a given node. Okay, that is your third case. A node after a given node is deleted. Okay, so again, what is your step number 1? You have to first check that is singly linked list present or not. Okay, if it is present, then again you are going with the same method. Okay, pre-PTR equal to PTR and PTR equal to head. Fine, so all three of them will be here. This is your PTR. Okay, and your pre-PTR is also here. Fine. Let me remove all these extra ones. Okay, so again pre-PTR, PTR here along with the head. Now, what is the algorithm about? A node after a given node. Okay, so you need to take the input from the user. That exactly after which node you want to delete, or you can say specify the node after which you want to go for deletion. Okay, so let's say the user enters the node to be deleted is 200. Okay, 200 is the node which after which I want to go for deletion. So which is our target node? This one. This node is to be deleted. Okay, so you are going to compare the data. Which data? The data which user have provided. Okay, along with your node data. This num is what? The input that you took from the user. And input is what? A node after which you want to delete. Okay, so I gave 200. 200 is the node after which I want to delete. So 200 is num. So pre-PTR data not equal to num. So we are going to compare this data part. 100 not equal to 200. So what you are going to do? You are going to move your PTR. Pre-PTR remains as it is for the first iteration. Pre-PTR moves ahead. Okay. Again, 100 not equal to 200, right? So PTR now moves here, and pre-PTR moves here. Okay. Now again, what is the data of pre-PTR? 360. 360 not equal to 200. So move your PTR first. So PTR moved. PTR is where? I'm writing it here. Okay, and where is my pre-PTR? Pre-PTR is next here. Okay, now see 200 equal to 200. Now I don't need to move. Now what I have to do? Now I have to go for delete operation. Okay, so what I need to do is, first of all, I am going to store the value which is pointed by this next into a temporary variable pointer. So that's why there is a temporary pointer. This is also temp is also a pointer which is storing the value of PTR. I'll tell you why. Okay, because see, this is our target node. So obviously we know that in our free function we are going to pass this value, that is free PTR, right? But we have to make a link between this node and this node later on. Okay, so that's why we are storing the value, the data and the the pointer part, both the values here in temp pointer. Now see what we are doing. Set pre-PTR next equal to PTR next. What is pre-PTR next right now? 4500, which is the value of this. What we need to do? We need to establish a link between these two nodes, right? So we are updating it with the value of whatever there is at PTR next. So here you are going and updating it. What is the value of PTR next? 2000. So what you did, you delinked this, okay? And this particular node is now here, pointing this side, okay? Because you updated the value. So 5000 is now pointing here. Now you can free up this temp. Okay, so you can simply free this up using your free pointer. Okay, this is, I'm going to place it here. Alright, so now you have a look. Now does it satisfy the single linked list properties? Head is pointing to the first node, okay, single chain, and the last node is null value. Got it? Any doubt anywhere, students? Is it clear? Okay. So with this, we are completing your singly linked list. The topic of your singly linked list is over. Okay. 4 insertion and 3 deletion cases in your singly linked list, along with the introduction part of singly linked list. Okay. Now see, when we were discussing your singly linked list, I told you that it is a single chain. Okay, you cannot come back again. So we need to overcome that, and that's why circular linked list got introduced. So what topics are covered here are circular linked list, how you can create your circular linked list, and traversing in your circular linked list. Okay, so let's see first what is a circular linked list. The last node in your list, okay, it is going to point towards back to your first pointer. Ideally, what in linked list is happening here? Here it is pointing towards your null value, right? But in your circular linked list, this particular last node is going to point back to your first node here. Okay, so this, instead of null value, it is going to have the memory address of its first node. Okay, so let's say what theory it says. Generally, in your singly linked list, the pointer field contains the null reference. Okay, the last node pointer field. A special value used to indicate, the end of your linked list. When you make it point to the first node of the list, that case becomes your circular linked list. Okay, something like this. There is a head pointer, everything remains same. Okay, no changes. There is a head pointer which is pointing towards the first node. Okay, that first node is linked with second, second is linked with third, third is linked with fourth. But the difference is what? In your singly linked list, the last node, or here in this case, the fourth node was supposed to be having a null value. Okay, but as we are now talking about circular linked list, that null value got replaced with the memory address of your first node. Okay, thus creating a circular kind of a structure. Okay, that's why it is called circular linked list. So you have to remember now the properties. Head pointer pointing towards the first node. The last pointer in circular linked list will be pointing towards the first node. So you can say that head pointer value and the last node pointer value will be equal, because head is also pointing towards the first node. The last node pointer value is also getting back to the first node. So both of those values will be equal. Okay. Now there are two cases again in insertion. Okay, we'll see these two cases. First case, new node to be inserted at the beginning of your circular linked list. Okay, this is an example, diagram example. First you understand that. Value number 9. Okay, node with value 9 is the node which I want to insert at the existing circular linked list. 1, 7, 3, 4, 2, 6, 5 are my members of circular linked list. Okay, and 5 is pointing back to 1. There is a start pointer which is your head pointer, okay, which is again pointing at 1. And 9 is my target node, okay, which I want to insert at the beginning. Alright, let's see the steps. First of all, You are going to take one pointer PTR, okay, which is pointing towards the same node as your start pointer or your head pointer, okay. So head equal to pointer equal to 1, right, or the memory address of that one. Move your PTR, we need to move your PTR in such a manner that it reaches the last node, okay. So it reaches here at 5. So once PTR is at 5 here, okay. Now what you are going to do, what is the aim? We have to add this node, okay. We need to add this node. Now in order to add this node in our linked list, this last pointer should have the memory address of this node, because what is our aim? We want to make this particular node to be our first node, and property of our circular linked list says that the last node here should point to the first node. So that's why we traverse PTR to the end. Okay, so with the help of that PTR, okay, we are going to update this value. This value is right now pointing at 1. Okay, so when we update that value, this pointer is now going to point at 9. Okay, now the pointer part of this 9, we are going to make a link to 1 with the help of what? Start. So what you can write here? New node next equal to start. Start is the pointer which is having the value of this one. Okay, so we have created a circular link from last to this 9. 9 is not yet your first node. Okay, we are yet to move your start. Okay, and with this 9 we have linked this one. So now you can say that this is your first node, so we need to move our start also. So the start is moved backwards, one step back. So now you can see start is pointing towards the first node. All the links are correctly linked with each other, and the last node here is pointing towards the first node. Okay, let's see the algorithm. Very first thing, you need to check, okay, that memory is allocated or not. I told you very well how you are going to check when we were discussing the single linked list. So those steps will remain same. Step number 1, 2, and 3. Okay, if you can remember. Once you allocate the memory to the new node, okay, you are going to give the data part. Okay, some value you are going to give. Now you need one pointer PTR. PTR equal to start. Okay. You are going to run a while loop so that you reach the end of your circular linked list. Okay, PTR of next not equal to start. See, that's why I told you at the very beginning when we started this topic that start value and the last node next pointer value will be equal. So that is where you are going to come to know that you have reached the end of your circular linked list. When pointer part of the last node and the value of start are equal in your circular linked list. Okay, at that time you can say that you have reached the last part or say the last node of your circular linked list. So our condition in while will be also like that only, that PTR of next not equal to start. Till that time you have to move forward. Once it becomes equal, once PTR of next and start value becomes equal, that means you have reached the last node and you don't need to move forward. Okay, so PTR equal to PTR of next. Then what you are going to do? You are going to set the value of new node next equal to start. Okay, PTR of next equal to new node. So we made a circular link, and now you have to move your start where to the new node. So set start equal to new node, and you'll exit from the function. See what we are doing. See, let's say this is your circular linked list. Okay, removing this. Where are shapes? Okay, just wait. Instead of this x, now as we are talking about circular linked list, so value will be 4000. Okay, and okay, this is your circular linked list. Fine, in circular manner. Now what I have to do is, first of all, I'm going to take one PTR pointer, which is equal to my head here. So my PTR is here. Now PTR of next not equal to my start value. Okay, what is my start value? 4000. PTR of next, it is 4510. Right? So I need to move my PTR. Okay, so PTR moved here. Again, PTR of next is 5000. 5000 not equal to 4000. Move my PTR. Okay, so here is my PTR. Again, 2000 not equal to 4000. So again, move your PTR. So PTR reaches here. Again, 20 not equal to 4000. So again, move your PTR. So PTR reaches here. Okay, now PTR of next is 4000. 4000 is equal to my start. So I am going to stop it here. Okay, I have a node value. Let's say I'm copying this one. I have created a new node, alright, which I want to place it here. Value is what? Let's say 3000. Okay, data part I'm going to give it as 660. This I'm not giving yet. Okay, this is the node which I want to insert at the beginning. So what I'm going to do, new node next. So this part is equal to what? My start. What is start? 4000, right? So this arrow I'm going to copy here, stating that I have created a link. Okay, now PTR of next. Where is my PTR? Here, which is pointing at 4000. I need to update this value. So PTR of next equal to new node. New node value is what? 3000. Okay, so what we did, we extended this link from here to here now. Okay, this link got extended. Now what I have to do, I have to move our head because this is now my first node. So this head is no more here, it is pointing here. And the value of my head is what? Equal to my new node. What is the new node value? 3000. So you see my circular linked list has been created with new node insertion. Clear? Yes or no? Okay. Next case is insert new node in the end. Okay. Again, we are going to take that same example. Okay, 9 is the number which I want to now add at end, that is after 5. Okay, so you need to update this part, right? The part where my arrow is encircling, that pointer, this pointer part you need to update, because if 9 is going to be my last node, then this pointer should point at 1 and this pointer should point at 9. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. Again, we are going to take a PTR pointer and we are going to make it traverse to the last node. Okay, that is what we are going to do. Once it reaches the last node, then we are first updating this PTR of next. Okay, this PTR of next is getting updated first with the memory of this 9. Okay, and whatever we have here, okay, this one is going to get the memory address equal to start, thus making a circular queue with new node inserted at the end. Let's see the algorithm. The steps, first 5 steps is going to remain same. Okay, you are going to check if memory is allocated or not. If it is allocated, then you are going to give the data value. Fine. Then you are going to take, you are going to give the new node next equal to start. We know that the next pointer, this new node is going to be at the end and satisfying the property of our circular linked list. New node next, which is the last node, is going to point towards your first node, which is pointed by your start. So we have already given the value start. Now the same steps, we are going to traverse your PTR till end. Okay, so till PTR of next is not equal to start. Till that time you are going to move your PTR. Once you reach the last node, okay, you are going to update the next pointer part with the new node value and you are going to exit from the function. See what is happening logically. I'll show you. There is one more node. Okay, we created a node and we want to place it here. Let's say the node value is 3005 here. Memory address, it is 760. Okay, and here I am not giving anything for now. When I created the node, I am not giving anything. Now according to my algorithm, new node data part I have given. New node next equal to start. What is the value of my start? 3000. Okay, so here I am going to give 3000 given. So what I did, I basically extended this position from here to here. Okay, this link got created. Now I have to link these two also. So with the help of my PTR, I am going to do that. So what I did, I moved my PTR. Okay, the same condition, PTR of next not equal to start. Okay, so once here it is, we have not yet changed this. Okay, so this value and this head value are going to be equal. Okay, so once I reach this, I can come to know that I have reached my last node. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to update that pointer PTR next equal to new node. So this I need to update with the value of my new node, so 3005. Okay, so this is what has been linked. Got it? So see, again your circular linked list properties, all the properties satisfied. Okay, Everybody clear till here? Okay. We are going to keep it till here. In the next session, we are going to start with delete operations. So far, we have seen insert operations of your circular linked list, two insert operations, and delete operations of your singly linked list, three cases. Okay. And till that will be your course for unit test also. See, your unit test will be of 10 marks, MCQ test. Okay, taken in Google form. Fine. When it will be taken? This Friday in our 2 hours theory session. I'll give you time, like 30 minutes or so, 30 or max 45 minutes. Alright. There will be around 20 questions, half mark each. Okay, so 10 marks. Unit test number 1. Kindly take it seriously because it consists of your internal marking. There is going to be 2 unit tests, 2 MCQ tests. Both of them will be MCQ, so do not worry. Okay, 20 marks each question of half mark each. Okay, so 10 marks, 20 questions. Test will be on this Friday in our 2 hours of theory session. I will circulate you the Google form. Okay, you have to fill up that test. Okay, there is no retest. Whatever marks you are scoring, that will be your final marks. Okay. Yes, because I am taking 2 tests of 10 marks each. Okay, for your 20 marks internal. And the course, am I presenting? No. Aditya, it will be max 30 minutes, half an hour will be given to you. No, it is not timer based, so do not worry. You have to manage your 30 minutes, 20 marks question, 20 questions. Okay. Even if you allocate Yasin syllabus, I am yet to show you. Students, your syllabus is unit number 1 and unit number 2 till today, till whatever topic we have covered till circular queue, in circular queue. Okay, all the topics. Clear with the syllabus, unit 1 and unit 2, all the topics we have seen till today. That means circular queue, insertion, cases till here. Fine. All your necessary, Aditya, it is already done. PDF is there. There is also an e-book if you want to refer. E-book has also been uploaded. Slides are also uploaded. Okay, so you can have a look. I'll just confirm about this one, this linked list slide. If it is not there, then it is going to, it is going to be there by today evening. All right, and the test is going to be on this Friday. 30 minutes, 20 questions. Okay, so even if I calculate 1 minute for each question, then also you are getting 10 minutes extra. But do not worry, there won't be a timer like as in your mixed semesters. It will be a Google form only, a simple Google form where you have to select the MCQs and answer. Okay, you have to manage your 30 minutes, how you are managing to answer those 20 questions. Okay, there is no timer. Got it, everybody? So please be ready for the test, unit test, syllabus, the highlighted one on the screen, in circular queue till insertion case. Okay, the two insertion case which we saw, and unit number 1. Bharti, I guess if you can see the screen, the highlighted portion in unit number 2, all the portions which is highlighted, okay, until circular Q. And in circular Q also, not full topic, only the insertion case which we have seen today. Okay, and your unit number 1. Okay, fine. BT students, kindly write your numbers in the chat, but be quick. Students, once you write your numbers, you are free to leave the session. Thank you all for attending the session. See you all on Friday. AI students, 1 to 10, write your numbers. 11 to 21. 21 to 31. 31 to 41. 41 to 51.
हेलो मैम, AI 29 डाला है मैंने बीच में.
हाँ राज, दिख गया, कोई बात नहीं. 51 to 61. 61 to 75.